Hello there, Pisces. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Pisces for July of 2019, 7 months into the year already. I have a short announcement to make before we start. A young lady named Mary contacted me, and it is the lighthousemedium.com, and she asked that any YouTubers that would like to be involved in a world to pray for world peace that's going to be held on July the 16th at noon Atlantic time. If you go to her her website, thelighthouse.medium.com, she has, and there's a video tab up at the top. She has a short video that explains it. TheLighthouseMedium.com. If you want to be involved, it's July the 16th at noon Atlantic time, and to pray for world peace. All right, for all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month, and we use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull angel card then at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath. I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So all of us Pisces are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I do not believe these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, I have a short message for us, and the message is interesting, but it's odd. And I looked at these cards, and I can see where that message is coming from. Now, it might be something astrological. Go look at what the astrologers are saying, because I think there's 2 eclipses this month, and Mercury goes retrograde. I think that's like the 6th or 7th when Mercury goes retrograde. But eclipse energy can have a lot of effect, and there's 2 of them this month. So our message is everybody expects more of us. And I think maybe we expect more of us. So it's going to come as kind of a surprise. Maybe it's at work, maybe it's in relationships, but I think or feel that it might have something to do with all the energy. It's like Pisces. I expected this would be better, or Pisces. I thought we had something going. That kind of energy comes around it. But the energies of this reading here are telling us that we need some kind of balance, and they're telling us maybe there's some decisions we have to make. Now, there is light at the end of the tunnel, so ask for help if I need it. Ask for help if I need it. Maybe someone can give us a fresh perspective on it we haven't thought about. Our words are good. They're balance, contentment, and vision, and commitment and surrender. So there's pretty strong, powerful words in here for us also. I'm just looking down at the card under this one. Our first card here is the 8 of Cups, and that energies came up. I can't remember if it was for Capricorn or Aquarius. I'm not quite sure, but it's come up a few times this month. And this is a situation where the only solution seems to be like to turn our back on it or to go in another direction. What's there either isn't working for us as we expected, right? Or it's just not all that important to us anymore. Because there's 8 cups here, right behind this person as they're walking away, and they're all neatly stacked. They're all full. Okay, so we want to remember that also. They're all full. So sometimes they will mean an effort we made in vain, and now it feels like we need to abandon it. Now, in some cases, and it also is about what are we going to surrender? What is our vision and what is our commitment? Just like those words. Um, it's a card of wishing, or things could have been different, but knowing they aren't in some manner, you have to let go. Time to cut your losses, get out of the situation. Sometimes it's a situation maybe that failed for you, that despite the best efforts I could have given it, right? Um, Sometimes it's it's a lot of times this will refer, is the way I want to put it, to a relationship that reached a state of deterioration, where the only solution is to walk away from it. Now, there's energetics under here of the Empress right under this card, and that energy would be fresh new starts and new beginnings and fertility, and right under that is the Ace of Rods. So whatever it is that's holding us back, or not working for us, this is one of those kind of energies. So a lot of us might be thinking about it because there's a lot of requirement for balance and choices. So decisions that we need to make this month about things, and probably what we need to adjust attitudes about also. All right? So some of us, it's going to be things that aren't working for us. We're putting too much effort. We're just done with it and walking away. And others of us, it's like, you know, uh, something simple, like a kid that's going away to college, or, just moving away from home, or things of that nature, that particular nature. It could be a simple thing, and that we're, reasonably content about it, like our word. And some of us might be, I'm waving the white flag, I do surrender, that kid's going wherever, back to school, thank you God, I don't know. Could be things like that. And it also can be friendships, you know, um, friendships, family relationships, things that weren't working for me, and I'm just thinking I'm just not going to put much more effort into that because I'm not getting forward motion. Now remember, because there's a card here that's very strong, and it's real powerful, and it shows that if we need help with something, there's help coming, because the next card here is the Two of Swords. And that's why I'm talking about choices, balance, and decision. Because this particular two, she's holding both swords crossed across her chest. And it represents a situation in which it appears to be no way possible to move forward. I'm saying it that way because it appears like that, because this person hasn't looked at the situation. How could they see it? They have blindfold on their eyes. And when you see these other cards as they come up here, you'll kind of understand that. You'll understand it because it's a period of stasis. The card means a period of stasis. Maintaining a situation in a state of balance by ignoring the underlying tension around that particular situation. It's an uncomfortable position to be in, Pisces, but with the blindfold on and the swords across our chest, uh, we might not be ready to do anything about the situation, is the way that they're saying it to me. But with this card, there's a need to speak up and to communicate about the circumstances involved. The only example I get with this card that always flashes in my head is a couple who really don't get along at all, period. But they put up this perfect facade to the outside world. So if their friends ask them out for dinner, they go, they keep up this pleasant conversation, they speak to each other, they go home, and the wife goes in the bedroom, the husband goes in the living room, and nobody speaks to each other again until they go out to dinner with another couple or something. It's just an example, okay? Um, but what it means is psychologically, that's denial, period. So eventually, however, the tension of the situation or the decision I have to make becomes so great that the tension becomes unbearable. So, choice is available. All we have to do is remove the blindfold, look clearly and honestly at the situation. If we're content with it, if we're committed to it, then we need to still speak up. We would still need to speak up, speak out also about what is it do I need or require for myself in this situation, if that makes any sense. So let's say like it's a relationship. I might say to my partner, look, you don't speak to me at all when we're home, you don't pay attention to me, and then you're all congenial when we go out. What's up? Where is this going? So that need to speak up. Maybe it's a work situation. Maybe they're expecting too much of me and they're giving me too many jobs. And I'm trying and trying, but now it's so bad I can't handle it anymore. I need some balance. You're going to have to maybe hire somebody new, and I go speak to my boss. Or, maybe I can't figure out a project and I'm trying, and I'm not facing the fact that I need a fresh perspective. So I go ask somebody to look it over for me. Can you see it with new eyes? So it helps me to move forward with whatever that vision is, right? But they are choices. They're about balance because 2 is balanced, things like that. But I think a lot of this is, well, that inability sometimes we have to quit looking backwards, But there's a card here that says we're going to move on, move forward, because things that don't work for us anymore, are not gonna hold us back or hold us down, is what I want to say. Yeah, hold us down if it doesn't work for me. But this card is a really uncomfortable card because it's a card about brooding over past wrongs, losses, disappointments, or hurts. It's a symbolizes a state of mind where I'm looking backwards all the time at this painful past, and I'm refusing to look forward at a more positive future. And when we get this card, the unhappiness is the result of our attitude. And our attitude is something we can change at any time. So this also is a card of choice. It also is a card of choice, like our 2. And I'm saying it in that way purposely because of the other cards that are here. So we can brood about what went wrong, or we can turn around and we can think about the things that are going to go right in the future, because we do not have to be miserable unless we enjoy misery. And that's real clear cut in this card. I think I have the clear off of here. These cards have really bright colors in them, and I think this is supposed to be spilled wine over here, and it looks like spilled blood on this card. But if we turn, it's like, oh my God, I lost this, I lost that, I lost whatever. Maybe I walked away from something, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm looking backwards instead of filling these 2 cups. If I turn around, I still have all these things, these choices, these decisions, these wonderful things that can come in and help me. So when I see this card, I always think about my potato salad story. My dad, My dad yelled at me because I ruined the potato salad. I think I sat in it. I used to sit in a lot of food for some reason when I was a kid. But he yelled at me the whole way, the family reunion. We got there, he saw his friends and his family, and he's all happy, and he forgot he was mad at me. So there's my cousins. I go play, I have a good time. On the way home, nobody's yelling at me, and everything is good. So what are we're very deep. What are we not surrendering from the past that's making us miserable now? So there had to be a moment in the past that was really good, really good. Keep eyes on that one happy moment, on that one happy moment. Because if I was happy at any moment in the past, I can be happy in the now, and I can be happy in the future. So once we get a hold of that, we fill our cups with it. And it's a feeling. And once we know what that feeling is, then we move forward. We move into the future. We turn around. We don't have this blindfold on our eyes because we're not denying what it is that we want anymore. We're making the choices. We're becoming balanced. We feel way more content, way more, to our vision, our forward motion. What were we going towards when we turned our back on those 8 full cups, right? Because this is a strange card, but it's another 2, Pisces. It's a weird card. I think the word would be ambiguous, if that even came out of my mouth right, because what is my cat doing down there? She keeps itching, turning one way, turning the other, driving me nuts down there. It's a card that is where there's probably something that's unexpected entering into the situation, right? Whatever situation it is at hand, something for which our plans haven't allowed for. So there's an element of surprise with this particular 2. It's like, whoa, what happened? So we're saying yes to something new. See, he has that wonderful ball in his hand, like the crystal ball. He's looking forward towards the future. And if you'll notice on this card, he has one rod in his hand, but the other rod is being held by someone else's hand. And I always think of that as the hand of the universe or the source leading our way forward. So if we're saying yes to a new enterprise, we'd have the expectation, or new relationship, have the expectation we were going to achieve ownership, wealth, good fortune, good relationships, or if we started anything new because we walked away from something else, and we're waiting the results for it, we might have to deal, that's why I'm saying, with we might have to deal with some unexpected, unforeseen circumstances. And the one thing that always pops in my head is I'm going for a bank loan, right? Or a bank loan, but it didn't come through, or I got a partner and he defected at the last minute and failed to support me, and it was something I was counting on. But still, we're definitely going forward with this card because we pursue whatever we are committed to, content with, and whatever is our vision with this card here. We've definitely decided because we're going to pursue the new course because it's a means of validating ourselves, if that makes sense to you. It's the way, or the way we are going to validate ourselves. So it is what we choose in the movement forward. So when I get this card, I always say, have a backup plan. I'm losing my little post-it pad here with Mary name on it and all the information for you guys. Have a backup plan, okay? So by a backup plan, I mean, let's say I'm going for a car loan and I go to the bank and, okay, I'm getting this car loan, right? And the bank doesn't give me approval yet. I'd go to two banks, or I'd go to maybe three banks, right? And I'd look for, I'd have a backup plan. So if one bank, let's say, it didn't approve me, I have a second one I can go to, right? So they approve me and I move forward. I have a backup plan. Okay, I'm going to go into a business for myself, another example. But I need a partner because I need more upfront cash money, let's say. I need more upfront cash money. And three people have approached me, but I like George. He's my best option. I want to have George go into the business with me. I genuinely like George. I think he'll be the best, and maybe he has more money than I think the others have, right? So at the last minute, George disappears out of my picture and I'm stuck. I'm going to hold the whole ball of wax in my hands. Those other two people were really good too. So have the backup plan, because this one comes with that unexpected thing. But we have two twos. They're about choice and balance, just like our word, and making the commitment to move forward at all costs, right? And not look backwards at the past, at what went wrong or what was horrible in the past. I'm looking forward. I'm looking here into my crystal ball. That kind of energy is what we need to get through this month, because it's like everybody expecting more of us than we think we can possibly give, you know? Because here's our next card, and that's the King of Cups, and we have shown up in our own reading, which is excellent news. So what is this? It's water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, male or female. If you look at him, look how kind he is, sweet and kind, and he doesn't have any armor on. He has like a plain crown instead of a ornate crown on his head. There's nothing militant about the King of Cups. That's what the way I want to say it. He's bland, his attitude's relaxed, he's non-threatening. So his appearance is like a man or woman who is very kindly disposed to us, like a kind father figure who could represent our own father, our own mother in this case, because they're general readings, or someone who takes that kind of role for us. He could be a man an older man that we might either have or want to have some type of love relationship with. Maybe that's why we're walking away and couldn't deny, any longer what was right in front of our face, because the change will get forced upon us. No matter what the relationship is with King of Cups, whether he's a friend, an advisor, a lover, he or she, I have to say that it's utterly trustworthy and dependent. They are dependable. They can be relied on to come through when we need them the most. They're like the person sitting in the sidelines that always helps us. So it can be someone who's cultured or who's knowledgeable about the arts. They may be a creative person, their own self. There's a lot of cup energy in here. There's only 5 cards. 3 of them are cups. So there's a lot of emotion tied up in this reading. So if he's not an actual person, it would be a situation that is very, very favorable for us when we quit looking back at the past, we make the choices and the decisions to move forward. And really, especially because it is cup energy, if our vision there had something to do with a creative pursuit. So whatever it is that's holding us back this month, ask for help, if we need it, maybe a fresh eyes to look on a situation. Quit looking backwards at the past, unless I'm looking back there to find like a moment of happiness. I say that about the Six of Cups too, because it's card of nostalgia, and some of us say we had rotten past, you should have been in my family, oh my God, that kind of energy. But there's always a happy moment or something good. I think we've got a lot of decisions and choices and changes, but when we do it, looking at these cards, once we do it, we're going to feel so much like more confident and more confident, and like whatever it is we are pursuing or moving forward to or towards is going to really, really benefit us. And there's us showing up in our own reading. It's very exciting. This is very exciting. I pulled two cards. I pulled two cards by accident. I think maybe this might be a love relationship for some of us, for a lot of us. One says wedding and one says new partnership. But this was the card I pulled. I'll read you the front of this one here. It says new partnership, and this card here is the one where we have to be prepared and have the backup plan. A chance meeting is no mistake. It's divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to the new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by their sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. That's that King of Cups energy there, comfort and safety. That's what he actually is. He's like loyal, honest, trustworthy, everything you would think of. And it says, the angels have given you this card as a signal that someone new has or is about to enter your life as an answer to your prayer. This person will be a partner in business or in friendship or in the romantic sense. Don't go looking for him or her, as it'll happen very naturally. And when you meet this individual, be open to the divine guidance, which will direct you in both loving and magical ways. You've met or will soon meet your soulmate. Allow other people to help you. King of Cups. I'm pointing down here. You can't see him. He's laying here in front of me. King of Cups. Other people that'll help you, and instead of trying to do things alone or consult an expert, your prayer is being answered through other people, and a new pet is coming into your life. This Pisces can't have any new pets. My cats will not allow it. And for those of you that this is relationship that I'm looking backwards on, and the new partner and the wedding card came out together. So I'm going to read it, both of them. It says, marriage is the union between two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment, which is one of our words here. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament of your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith, dearest one. So I'm giving us both. I don't know what it means. It says you receive this card because the topic of marriage is related to your question. There's either a wedding in your near future, or the angels are suggesting a renewal of vows to keep romance alive in your present marriage. This card is surrounded with love and positive energy, so there's no need to worry about its message. Be open to love, romance, and possibilities. Enjoy your wedding day. In additional, you receive a romantic or business proposal soon. You're experiencing a mystical marriage between your inner male and female energies. I don't know, Pisces, mine fight with each other all the time. It says, discuss the topic of marriage with your boyfriend or girlfriend. You'll soon meet a future marital partner. One of your friends or family members will marry soon. Don't look backwards at this spilled blood. Turn around and put your vision into those 2 cups off that 5 of cups. Well, Pisces, that's a long-winded reading. I want to tell y'all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every single one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to neb about me or know more about me, all the information's down below the screen at the website. Or if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is at the website down below the screen. The prayer class and sutra classes are out there for you. There's 2 short videos that explain them. They're over at the website. They're like 5 minutes long. And the prayer class is 2.5 hours long and explains how to format them and why you do it that way. Sutras are thought forms you put into a 5-minute meditation. So simple, and it enhances the clear perceptions like dramatically. And everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and all of you I've met through 31 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.